The heavy rain expected to raise water levels in flood-prone areas throughout the weekend.
Mill Creek, running through Woodbine and Antioch, is one of the waterways the National Weather Service keeps its eye on. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry has more on how city leaders and residents are preparing.
Mill Creek is no stranger to floods. In May 2010, more than 13 inches of rain fell into Mill Creek within 36 hours. In 2019, it saw yet another flood. The most recent flood happened in 2021 when flash flooding took over a restaurant supply warehouse and sent plastic and debris down the creek. 4 years later, cleanup efforts are wrapping up.
The banks were beautiful, places that it was overwhelming when you looked at the amount of debris from the flood were just back to their natural, almost pristine state.
The creek's cleanup comes just as the Nashville Office of National Weather Service announced a flood watch from Saturday through Sunday for places like Mill Creek in Woodbine and Antioch.
I feel a lot better about what might happen in another flooding situation just because of the sheer amount of debris that has been removed from the creek.
NWS expects to see 1 to 5 inches of rain come to Middle Tennessee this weekend.
If you're in that area and you see, the water levels start to rise, keep an eye on it, and there's still additional rain in the forecast that water may continue to rise.
The flood stage here at Mill Creek is 14 feet, but the water is anticipated to rise to 15 feet, which could mean a foot or more of water spilling onto the roads and into homes.
But for the main stem part of Mill Creek, it usually takes a good couple hours to really kind of respond.
A neighbor by the creek says he survived the 2021 flood with water coming up to the edge of his house. His neighbors seeing water flood their backyards and inside their homes. He says this time he is playing it by ear.
How do you prepare for a flood? I think the only preparation you can really do is just letting other people know.
OEM will have crews out monitoring known flood-prone areas and creeks with fire and OEM Swiftwater teams prepared and ready to respond if needed. In Nashville, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.